All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakakwaдаsh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there toiling in this truth. I'm Pathakamath Jim S. Dallas. I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson, and I'm going to just simply entitle this, as you see on the screen, from the brother of GMS Get This Work Too. You know, the brother out there in L.A. You know. Well, we called him Big Judah, but I think he's actually Gad, you know. But it's his page, man, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and be edified. You know, brother does great videos, man. Very edifying lessons. So but he has on the screen, which is a little short, you know, it's a woman that's speaking. It's about 1 minute and 46 seconds. But as you can see, it's titled Esau's Time is Almost Up. And that's exactly what's going on, man. His time is up, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau's time, his reign, his rulership, you know, this beast system, this kingdom, you know what I'm saying? Because pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth has been given into his hands. Given into his hands by who? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai sets up and he puts down. As a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. You know? Let's get that real quick. You know, because that's what's going on, man. The Lord sets up rulerships, kingdoms, and he takes them down, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what's going on. So let's get that real quick in the book of Psalms, chapter 75. And we'll get to the point in verse 6. And it reads, it's Psalm 75:6. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one, and he setteth up another. And that's what's going on, man. The Lord sets up and he puts down, man. You know, as a matter of fact, when you read, let's get this real quick in the book of Daniel, the 4th chapter. I'm just going through the spirit, so just, you know, bear with me. This is Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17, and it reads, this matter is by the decree of the watchers. Who are the watchers? The angels, man. And the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, ruleth in the kingdom of men. Those kingdoms that he allows to be established in the earth that he made, man. This is his earth. This is his creation. This is his story. You know, everything is within whatever the Lord's will, purpose, and pleasure is, man. You know, it's all about the will, purpose, and pleasure of the Lord. It says, but the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whosoever he will. That's the only one has any type of will, man. You know, there is no free will for you Christians. You ain't running nothing, man. You ain't making no decisions. The Lord controls everything, and the scriptures back that, man. You know what I'm saying? So he giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. And those base men are the Edomites. Tells you that in the book of Job, the 30th chapter. So let's get that real quick. This is Job chapter 30, and we're going to get to the point, you know, in verse 8. This is Job 30 and verse 8, and it reads, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. So we already know who that's talking about. You know, these Edomites, man. You know, he's that vile man. The scriptures tell you that. You know what I'm saying? He's the basis of man. He's the lowest of all the creation. You know, he's lower than the actual beasts of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's through, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is who the Lord gave the earth into his hands. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get it. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. And it reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Because you have people refuting that this is talking about who it's actually talking about, man. You know, they want to make it everybody but the actual person that it's talking about, man. And that's why the Lord said that. If not, where and who is he? You know what I'm saying? Where is this man? Who is this man if it ain't who I'm telling you it is? He gave it when he said he covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. Who did that? These Edomites, man. When you read in the scriptures, it tells you exactly what the judges look like, man. You know, the judges were people of color. And of course, the judges represent ultimately the Most High Yahweh, his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, you know, whom the world ignorantly and fraudulently refers to as Jesus Christ. That's not his name. I call him Jebus. You know what I'm saying? I don't like saying that name, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's his true biblical name is Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the judges represent the people, man. There's a whole book of judges in the Bible, man. The judges represent the people of the Lord, the Israelites, man. Isaiah 44:1, 2 Ezra 5:27. The Lord chose a particular people, man, and he gave them his laws. Psalms, 147 verse 19 and 20, man. And he have not dealt so with any other nation, man. So it's all about the people of the Lord. But here it's telling you that the Lord, because we read in Daniel the 4th chapter, Psalm 75, Daniel 4, that the Lord sets them up, puts them down, and he put the bases of men over the earth, man. So the earth is given into his hands, given by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, into the power, given the power to this devil, to these devils, man, because they are the wicked, and they covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Because he's the one that did it, man. The Africans didn't do it. The Arabs didn't do it. The Chinese and the Japanese didn't do it. Of course, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans didn't do it. Whose picture or face is plastered everywhere when you look in, if you Google anything in the Bible, man, it's going to look like a so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who did it. As a matter of fact, when you read in the book of the spirit is just taking over, man. It's just taking it now. So we just gonna flow with the spirit. When you go into the book of is it first or second? I can't remember. I never can remember which one. Is it 3 and 40? Let me see that. Let me check. Just bear with me. Like I said, I'm going through the spirit. Yeah, this First Maccabees 3 and verse 48, and it reads, "And laid open the book of the law," what is the book of the law? The Bible, man. So he opened up this book, this Bible, which belonged to someone else, another people, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negroid descent. They laid open their book, the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So this is why you have the image of the so-called white man with the stringy hair and the different color eyes, blue, brown, green. I've seen all different, when the scriptures tell you clearly to describe the Lord, man, as a man of color, very dark skin and woolly hair, man. You know what I'm saying? And they said his eyes were red like fire, man, which just talking about the whites of his eyes, man. It's not talking about the pupils, because colored, men of color, so-called black men, because he's a Judite, from the tribe of Judah, Hebrews the 7th chapter in verse 14 goes into that, when they drink, the whites of their eyes get red, man. You know what I'm saying? And he was a drinker. He drank wine, man. That's why they called him a wine bibber. You know what I'm saying? They called him gluttonous, called him a wine bibber. You know what I'm saying? Tripping, man, but it is what it is. So that's what the Bible describes, man. When you read in the book of Genesis, man, you know what I'm saying? I believe it's the 12th chapter. As a matter of fact, we can get it. Let's just get it. Gonna go through the spirit, man. It's, Genesis, or is it the 49th chapter? I'm sorry. Salakia, 49 and 12, I believe it is. I said the 12th chapter. Genesis 49 and verse 12, it says, "His eyes shall be red with wine." There it is, man. The whites of the eyes getting red because you drink wine, man. "And his teeth white with milk because he spoke all righteousness and truth," man. You know what I'm saying? Is what that represents, man. No guile, no lies. It came out of his mouth, man. He was righteous, man. But there it is. That's the proof. So, but going back to the point, the earth has been given into these devils' hands. And going back to the video, that the brother did, let's see what happens, because my phone be tripping. Bear with me. Yeah, I knew I was going to do that. So let's get it back. GMS, get this work. Salakia. This is what it does. My phone trips out, man. And I don't know exactly where it was. Yeah, right here.
We're not meant to wake up.
Yep. And so, and she was going in, because again, Esau's time is almost up. She was going into how we were not meant to wake up to fall asleep again, man. You know what I'm saying? This truth is in the earth. We're in the last days, the elect is returning, the remnant, pursuing Isaiah the 10th chapter. And the Lord's people, those that he's chosen from the foundation of the earth before he created anything, pursuing the Ephesians, the 1st chapter, verse 3 and 4, 3, 4, and 5, I believe you can read. And it goes into it, how everything is predestinated. He pre-chose, man. And he chose those spirits that he was going to wake up in these last days, bring them out of the darkness of the world, because this earth is in darkness. These people in gross darkness, pursuant to Isaiah the 60th chapter and verse 2. You know what I'm saying? These people in gross darkness. So the majority of our people are going to be left in that darkness. But the remnant that's returning in these times, it has been given this knowledge, is being brought out of the darkness into this marvelous light, like the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? And they're the ones that have the understanding. So they're the ones being awakened in these times. When you awaken, like she said, you're not supposed to fall back asleep. But those who the Lord is not dealing with is going to do exactly that. They're going to be lulled right back to sleep, and ultimately destroyed. You know what I'm saying? But she goes into how, no, man, there's something else. This is not it. This is over. You know what I'm saying? So, because the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, the Lord set them up. He puts them down. Where do I want to go? Let's go to real quick, because Esau's time is up, man. Let's go to Luke. Let's get Luke the 21st chapter real quick, because in verse 24, I think it is. This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 24, and it reads, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword." And that happened, man. It's talking about the Israelites. "And shall be led away captive into all nations," via the diaspora or diaspora. Tomato, potato, same thing. That scattering of the Lord's people into all nations, which goes into the curses in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter in verse 64. He said he was going to scatter us from one end of heaven under the earth, on the earth, and to the other. And he was going to scatter us among these nations, man. These heathen, these people. As a matter of fact, what is that? Hosea 8 and 8 says that we were swallowed up of the heathen. You know what I'm saying? Because our nation has been scattered among all these heathen nations, man. So there was a scattering, a diaspora of our people, man, into all nations. And it says, "And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles," which is everything outside of the temple of the Lord, man. Outside, man, in the outer court, which it goes into that in Revelation, the 11th chapter. It says, "Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled." So they had an allotted time that the heathen nations were going to be able to rule the planet Earth, man. And the scriptures tell you, when you read in Second Ezra's, the 11th chapter, I believe it is, like verse 40, 39, or let's get it. Let's see. The Second Ezra's chapter 11. And I think verse 39 goes into it, because everything was going to be fulfilled through Esau, these heathen of the heathen rulership. The Second Ezra chapter 11, and I believe it's 39. Let's drop down. Verse 39. Salakia. This is Second Ezra 11 and verse 39. It says, "Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts whom I made to reign in my world?" And those four beasts, you can get that account when you read in Daniel, the 7th chapter, man. It goes through those four major empires, rulerships, kingdoms, beasts that was going to rule before the implementation of the kingdom of heaven in the earth. Of course, we know prior to those four main ones, there was the Assyrian rulership. And of course, we know out of that last one, which was the Roman, of course, you have the Babylonians, the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, and then the Romans. And out of that Roman Empire, that little beast, Salaki, that little horn, which represents America, was going to be birthed and come out of the Roman Empire. So, and this is New Rome, man. Rome 2.0, man. So this is Rome all over again. That's that beast coming back to life and all the people wandering after the beast in Romans the 13th chapter. It's like Revelations the 13th chapter. And it says, art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their time might come through them? Who? The Edomites, man. Don't the eat? As a matter of fact, let's just get it. Let's just get it real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9, man. Esau is an end time prophecy. Don't worry about what vocab Malone is talking about. Contrary to what he's speaking, that rhetoric and nonsense, the scriptures say what they say, man. Esau was not done away with during the time of the Maccabees. Hell, when you read in, I believe it's Mark, the 3rd chapter, and is it the 3rd? I believe it's the 3rd chapter. During the time of Yahushua, Esau walked with the Lord, man, or he dealt with him in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. He's claiming that the Edomites were done away during the time of the Maccabees, man, which it clearly tells you back then that they weren't done away with. Come on, man. This dude is full of caca, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. Esau is clearly in end time prophecies. They're still here. The scriptures say that there's no end of all the people, man. Stop, bro. Reincarnation is biblical, man. People come back. The nations come back. Stop, bro. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau, bro, that's the end of the world. So the end of their time coming through them is talking about who? The Edomites, man. It's clear. Come on, bro. It's not very hard when you go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, and you put the puzzle together. So in the end time prophecy, Esau was going to be ruling. When our big brother Yahushua returns, he was going to return to a world or an earth or world ruled by the biblical Edomites, man, and that's what's going on. But like we're going into, we are at the end of their rulership, man. It says that that the end of their time should come through them, or their rule should come through them. Roughly paraphrasing, I just read in 2nd Ezra, the 11th chapter. So the end of their time is coming through these Edomites, man, the Gentile rule, and the Lord sets these things up. He puts them down. So let's get one more, because his time is up. That's why this devil is about to go hard in the earth. Balls to the wall. Wow. Balls to the wall, because, he has nothing to lose, man. You know what I'm saying? This is it for him, man. He has captivity and destruction coming to him. Total obliteration off the earth is what they have to look forward to. So what else you think he gonna do, man? We're in a